Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today we will be reviewing
Heroquest. Back in the 80s, my friends and I played the heck out of this game, including some of the expansions, and then later moved on to Advanced Heroquest. Recently, Hasbro, I think it's Hasbro, brought the game back through a very, very expensive Kickstarter. And I passed on the Kickstarter, but eventually picked up the basic box game on Amazon a few weeks ago. And it finally arrived. We played, 3 games so far?
yes.
And we had a lot of fun. Real quick, we're going to go over the basic contents in case you haven't seen the other 4,000 review videos on the internet.
Yeah.
Starting with the 2 books.
There's a box. Yeah. First of all,
We got the 2 books.
there's also this.
The character sheet pad, which is actually pretty hefty compared to the one we got back in the 80s, which was roughly, believe it or not, about half as many tear-off character sheets. Real quick at the books. There's your basic rule book, very easily understood, except one issue that, maybe 2 issues that we'll go over at the very, very end. The quest book with 14 different adventures. The DM shield. Very helpful little gadget so the bad guy can keep his secrets and hide the map details and things like that. It's almost identical to the one I had when I was younger. Killing the characters, right? The map, which I'll open up real quick, but it's very similar to the old one. The only difference is the way it folds, I believe. So very playable. I really like the idea of building this with Dungeons and Lasers pieces.
Even though that would actually be pretty difficult.
Yeah, it takes up 4 core sets.
This.
Yeah, you'd have to double.
Well, not that. This.
I think you'd have to double up some of the hallway spaces.
Which is not very good because you want those individual squares, like right here. If something comes out here,
Yeah.
which
Yeah. It doesn't lend itself perfectly, but it could be done.
yes, but there would be changes, very major changes.
Right, and we don't like change. The miniatures come in these absolutely atrocious tray boxes that, as we'll show you in just a moment, are great for getting you your miniatures in peace, intact.
They're not very good.
Afterwards, literally,
At least according to him, to me they weren't that bad.
they're awful. What we did to kill that issue and completely defeat its horribleness is we bought this box at Walmart for I think $6. Let's pop it open real quick so they get a good
We
look.
actually did that quite a while ago.
And get a close up of this label so people can actually look for this specific box because, as I'll show you in just a second here, it fits right in the main box almost perfectly. And as you'll see, you can fit everything except the pad of character sheets in here. The characters fit in here, all the dice, all the cards. You can even put the rule books and the DM shield in here and still close it without ruining anything. All the terrain fits in there, all the doors, all the monsters. And there's even room for a few more monsters, I think, later on down the road. Once they're painted, like we did with the heroes here, you may want to throw in some foam padding to do that. I spent all night getting these characters painted. I think I did an okay job. I had a lot of fun painting them, but the primer I used, the first go around, it ruined the faces, so I had to strip them down with some awesome and left them in a container for a couple hours, and then it came right off, and then I gave them a lighter dusting of primer,
And it worked slightly better.
Yeah, you can definitely see the faces now.
Yeah.
The detail on the faces to begin with is very, very, tiny.
But that's what you get when you're working with plastic anyway, so it's
Yeah.
not
Not
that.
surprising. It would be nice to actually get these in metal, but they're very similar to the original Heroes, which I still have.
They're just slightly bigger. Well, actually, a lot bigger. They've changed a lot since then.
I still have most of the miniatures from the old game.
Yeah, you have at least 2. I know you have the wizard, but I don't know what.
I think I have all 4 of the Heroes too. The only thing I'm missing is a gargoyle, and this new gargoyle is
not a gargoyle.
Yeah, it's not what I picture. It's a little different. It's a really nice sculpt. I'll give them that. And all of the terrain pieces are leaps and bounds better than the original old cardboard and plastic terrain pieces. They're phenomenal. They're weighty. If you get mad at your players and you were to huck one of these at them, you could take out an eye. These are solid, hardcore plastic.
That's the most important thing to factor in.
Yeah, especially when you're rolling nothing but skulls or shields. Whatever you don't want to roll, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's, as you can see, you can actually still put both these boxes in here and pop this in there. And the only thing you have to do away with is this cardboard riser that's at the very bottom of the box. It's just a waste of cardboard, a waste of space. It really wasn't necessary. It fits at the bottom of this box here. The other 2 go in here, and there's just really no point to it. And you can still put the lid back on and, take the whole box, or literally you could just take this over to your friend's house with your game board, holding the 2 together, and that's all you need to take for a really good, night of Heroquest. So let's talk about the actual gameplay.
It's good.
It's good. We played, like I said, 3 games. I played Zargon the first time, and then he played Zargon the next 2 times, and what'd you think?
Well, I would certainly say that the first mission is a lot harder for the party.
Yeah.
Then the second mission.
Yeah, it's crazily hard as first missions go. It's really a little overpowered in the favor of the monsters, which, I guess,
Because what ended up happening was I was able to take 2 of my orcs and let them escape, and then just
harry the party for the rest of the game. Yeah.
Yeah,
and the assassin goblins come out of nowhere, roll 2 skulls, and then boogie on out of there. It was humorous and aggravating at the same time.
Well, aggravating for you.
Right, that's what I mean. And tell him, you enjoyed playing Zargon a lot.
Yes.
Mostly because he killed my dwarf.
I kind of wanted to kill your wizard.
Yeah, that's
what I went for immediately.
That's an easy target with only 4 hit points compared to the 7 of the dwarf. But he actually took out the dwarf. I'm always very careful with the wizard because, his spells are, crazy powerful.
I did actually manage to kill the wizard. Just you used a
spell. I had a potion or spell, yeah.
Which I'm not quite sure I'm a fan of the ability to do. You're dead.
Yeah.
Like
it's the rules are pretty much the same as the old rules. I don't have an old rule book, but I do have both of the old quest books, and by comparing them to the new original book, all the rules are the same, everything. If you have your old stuff, you can easily play these missions when you're, ready for them. They're significantly tougher. They're definitely not meant for first level or beginning party. So, but if you have these old quest books, and I'm guessing all the other quest books and expansion sets from the old sets, you could easily, play them with the new rules and vice versa. All in all, we had a really fun time. We're planning on playing this a bit more this weekend. Definitely Friday, as you saw on our Facebook page. Friday's our popcorn and game night, and we hope you'll join in that tradition. Turn your Friday nights into a game night with your family and your friends. It's a great night to wind down the week and enjoy, your favorite game, your favorite snack, and your favorite friends and family. With that said, They're over there.
Yeah. That has been the Shadow and Sun Show. We hope you enjoyed, and good night.
Good night, everybody.